Hey guys, today we're going to be working on deleting a taskboard. And just for clarity, all this UI was created behind the scenes because UIs actually take a lot of time to build. All right, so let's get to it. We're deleting a taskboard. I'm also going to be rerouting into the details of a taskboard from this card. So let's test what it looks like right now. So right now, when we click on any of the taskboard, it shows the metadata we had, just like the sample data we had back then, all right, with more UI, all right. So now let's try to make sure that if I hit this card, it takes me to that particular route where it's needed, all right. Remember, we're passing in data here, so all I need to do is to just say route into data dot underscore ID. Each taskboard has an ID, so let's test that out. And you see, it takes me there, but it's still showing me the old data. So now let's go into it. Let's try to fix that. All right. Let's try to fix that quickly. So I'm going to go to ID, which is this screen we're seeing here. All right. Now let's try to get that information. So I'm going to do this, get taskboard, all right, by ID. But where is the ID coming from? The ID is coming from this, the router query, all right, ID. It's also coming from the backend. So if you go to the backend, this is it. This is it. And we have ID here. And that ID is the same ID we have on the front end here. All right. If you're good with next routing, you understand what exactly that means. All right. So that's the ID we're passing in here. And this ID we're passing in here is sent to the back end. It's not that complicated, right? All right. So now let's get that information. So whatever is going to come out from there is data. Is data. And maybe later we can use this is loading, but that's not much of an interest point right now. So if we go to taskboard, let's not stress it. Let's just get out the name of that particular taskboard. Good enough, right? So right here, we're going back. All right. So let's go to where we have at least the name of the taskboard. Yeah, here. All right. Let's add that prop data, right? And then where we have the name of the taskboard, here, I'm going to say data name. Let's check what that looks like right now. No information. Let's quickly try to debug that. So to debug that, let's find out what is being sent in as data. I'm going to log here, console.log data, just to clarify where this is coming from. So let's check our logs again. Yep. So we have data, the data. All right. So where we got this information from, let's not stress it. Let's just pass in data to data here. Does it work now? It works now. So good. That's cool. So let's come here. I think that's all we wanted to do here. Now let's try to delete, right? Let's just try to delete. All right. So there are 2 points where we delete from: inside a particular taskboard, which is this, and then outside, which is on the card. So I'll implement this one. Which one should I implement? Let me implement the one inside and then give you the outer one as a challenge, right? Since the one inside is a bit complicated because of what we need to do after. So the first thing we need to do is to find out where that bean icon is. So where is the bean? We need to check the header somewhere here. This is it. So when we click on the bean, let's see, opens a modal. Are you sure deleting is permanent? So let's find that modal. So the modal, the way it works now, if I click on cancel, that should just close. All right. So let's find the modal. Um, yeah, this is the modal. Yeah, so let's go to this proceed group and let's take in two things. On cancel, and on proceed. Right. The first one is going to take in on click and to take on cancel. Second one is going to take in on click. It's going to take in on proceed. Both of them together are going to take in loading, which is loading, and both of them will take in disabled, which is disabled. But we will never use both of them. We may never really use that. So I'm just going to come here and say loading and disabled. I try to write something else. Is a bold. Is a bold. I mean, this has to change to bold. All right. So good. We have this. Let's try to be quick a bit. So on cancel, very simple. Just take this and set it to false. We don't even have to stress it. Just set it to false. So basically, just close the modal. Then on proceed, that's where we're going to carry out the main action of deleting. All right, so let's go and bring in the delete action. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say const rotate equals to use taskboard. I don't think that has been created. Wow, that's sad. So that has been created, but it has not been called in. So let's go to the hooks and create a quick hook. I'll just go to the taskboard. I'll just duplicate one of this. And I'll just call it use delete. All right, this is speed up. Change it to delete. All right, yeah, and it should reload all of this. And I think that's it. Go back to the parent, use delete, taskboard, call it in. I want to pass in the ID. And it doesn't really matter. Let's find out what we passed in on the back end. So on the back end for delete, we didn't even pass in the ID. We just took it from the body. So that's fine. So here I'm just going to say rotate, and I'm going to say ID equals to data.id on success. All right, it's going to push, but not just pushing. It's going to go to dashboard / taskboard. All right, and then normally on error, this. All right, let's just save this. Let's add something more. Set modal to false. All right, then we can also toast. Yeah. Same thing here. And we can also toast. Yeah. So let's quickly test that out. If I click here, I'm in this place now. It brings up this board. If I click on cancel, it's gone. If I click here again, it brings up this board. If I click on proceed, that's gone. And we're back here. We can enter a new one. So that's all for this video. But before we go, I want you to implement the one where we have to delete from outside here. Very simple, right? That's all for this video. See you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.